So I don't think it's really an outrageous claim to say that paranormal things are interesting to watch. There's a whole subgenre of YouTube videos, whether it be all little ghost hunters, searching for them ghostly little ghouls in every nook and cranny. Then of course you got your classic calling SpongeBob's grandma at 3 a.m. gone wrong. Then you got these sweet little honeys known as spirit box channels that communicate with the dead through these mystical, magical boxes that are just somehow able to cross over into the spirit realm.
Do you guys like all the new crystals we have today?
Now, if you ask me, I'm pretty heavily skeptical of anything paranormal. I think that anything without scientifically validatable proof of its existence is very, very questionable. But there are certainly a lot of people online in the world in general that believe that ghostly ghosts are a thing. And not only that, that you can communicate with them. I don't think they're doing any harm in and of themselves. However, there is some special cases of channels that I think are kind of gross. There's one channel in particular I want to talk about today, and this channel was shown to me by my mother. She enjoys the occasional perusal into the paranormal realm, and she showed me this channel and told me that it is fully 100% legit. The man can talk to spirits. So the channel is called Huff Paranormal. It's basically a guy. He's built his own spirit box, and he does little sessions with little spirits.
You send light.
While it's not inherently a harmful thing, it definitely has some little hints of scumminess to it. I'm not gonna say the man's a charlatan, but I'll present the facts as I see them, and I'll let you make your own decision. So this man has 1.66 million subscribers, which is an awful lot. I didn't think that number was possible. I thought numbers stopped at like 300,000, but I guess not. So this man is the alpha spirit box YouTuber for sure. He is the pinnacle, the peak of the mountain that is talking to ghosts through toasters. But how he gets there is by writing some kinda weird trends. Huff seems to really enjoy immediately ringing up celebrities that have very recently passed.
XXXTentacion was killed in an apparent robbery.
Okay, guides, spirits, if anyone can help me, reach XXXTentacion.
It's like he can't help himself. A celebrity dies, and it's like his fingers become haunted by that celebrity. He just goes to his spirit box and starts trying to talk to him. He does a Mac Miller spirit box session. September 8th. Oh, when did Mac Miller die? September 7th. The day after the man's got a video already got the man's spirit on speed dial. Kobe Bryant session January 30th, and Kobe died, dang, the 26th. He couldn't reach him quite as quickly. Kobe's a big name. It takes a little bit to get through. He probably had a line, a bit of a queue going on with those spirit boxes. XXXTentacion, June 21st. When did our boy pass away? June 18th, again. Just a few days after the celebrity dies, he's got a video out. He's talking to him. He's spirit boxing them boys. A little bit of a scummy thing to do. As soon as a celebrity dies, oh, he's got a video out. Wow. That must be really good for search traffic. Talking to Mac Miller a day after his death? Oh man, a couple 100,000 views for that. Lil Peep just a couple days after his death? Almost 1 million on that puppy. And a lot of these videos he does put, oh, by request. Oh, this has been requested of me so much, I can't not do it. People have just been calling me. They've been saying, Spirit Man, Mr. Huff himself, please. Oh my God, please. Little Peep has been dead for no more than 48 hours. But oh my God, I need you to talk to him. I need to know what Little Peep is thinking about. And a lot of the people that watch it just eat this stuff right up. I started crying almost immediately, and it felt like he was hugging my back. I felt like him holding my hand, and he told me everything's gonna be okay. I can feel it. It was awesome. He was like hugging me. Little Peep's ghost getting a little handsy. I'm not usually an emotional person, but during the experiment you had, I started crying for some reason. Was that him? Say what you want about it. You can believe it, you can disbelieve it, but I personally am not fully convinced that this trick or treat hocus pocus looking toaster is communicating with the great beyond to people who are dead. You wouldn't believe it, but this man happens to sell his spirit boxes. Or at least he did. At least he did. I haven't seen them online for sale in a while, but he had been selling his spirit boxes. Clearly, it is in his best interest to make the box seem like it works and works well. Because if it looks like it works on his channel, then people are going to be interested. The gullible folks with deep pockets are going to be like, I kind of want to call up Lil Peep, see how he's doing every now and then. When you actually try to go to his website where he did have these things for sale, it appears that he no longer has a website. He also had some listings on Amazon, and those have mysteriously also disappeared as of late. And then you got to take into account that his spirit box sessions sound like this.
Mac Miller.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it's the spirit box that adds the reverb or if the ghosts are just naturally reverberant. But then he gets a hold of Mac Miller, and it's a whole different story. If you're not convinced the spirit's right this second, you're about to be. So his claim is that the way it was described to me is that he has like audio files and he has like audio snippets from the celebrities that they can kind of form into sentences, which doesn't really make sense because there's a lot of voices that show up in these sessions. There's not just the famous people.
I'm using a video of his he had out of him speaking. I'm using my voice imprint technique. By giving him his voice back, if I can connect today, that will allow him to speak in spirit form using his own voice.
For the famous people that he does, it sounds like kind of what he's saying, like audio snippets kind of pieced together to form sentences that kind of sound like sentences. But for the other people, it just kind of sounds pretty clear. Maybe a little distorted, maybe a little weird, maybe hard to understand, but sounds like straight up and down audio.
We're looking for this young man right here.
So it's a little weird, a little lack of continuity there in the lore. Oh, okay, so it seems his website is still up. It says he's still not selling his portals, his little portal boxes for some reason, which is a shame. But he is selling his custom spirit communicating app. So that's good. There really is an app for everything. And he does use it on his channel very often.
Do you have any messages for me about that?
You could say what you want. Sure, it might be a little fishy that the man himself is actively trying to promote things that he's selling by making them look good on his channel. Sure, it is a little fishy that the man actively benefits off the death of celebrities and uses them to bolster his own internet career and status. But that doesn't necessarily mean the man is a fakey baby boy.
A lot of people watch my videos and they still can't wrap their head around whether it's real, if it's fake, and I assure you 100% what I do is real. It's real, 100% real. It's all done with love and respect. This is a device that was built with the help of angels.
This man truly is the spirit whisperer he claims to be. There is no other way around it. Of course, it's obvious. When you've got the head of Robot Jones on your side, plus the power of a Firestone from Pokemon, I'm surprised he's not communicating directly with God at that point. So you could believe what you want. Sure, it might be a little unethical at best, but that doesn't mean his spirit sessions are fake. But I would like to present one more piece of evidence to you. So I'm going to hit you with a little bit of my audio engineer knowledge. So this is a session with our boy Michael, our boy Mikey of the Jackson 5. And he's done several sessions with Michael Jackson, and this is how my mom, I believe, found his Huff's channel. Believe this was one of the first videos she showed me, and immediately some red flags were raised as to the validity of this spirit session due to one little snippet of audio that he is presenting as fully factual. He is presenting it as though this is definitely 100% Michael Jackson, real time communicating with our boy Huff. So I'm gonna play it, and I want you to notice if there's anything interesting about it.
Have you met up with friends on the other side?
Did you hear that little The little build up to when Michael's spirit started speaking. That is a little audio effect known as reverse reverb. It's where you take an audio soundbite, you reverse it, you add echo to it, and then you reverse all that again so that the echo, instead of being after the sound, the echo will instead be at the front and slowly build up to the main sound. It was created in the late 60s to add some weird, otherworldly effects to some music tracks back then. And then over the past couple decades, it has slowly become a very popular sound effect to use in horror movies and things like that. You might recognize it. And the interesting thing about reverse reverb that really drew my attention to this clip is that reverse reverb as an effect is not possible in real time. Meaning, reverse reverb is an effect that can only be achieved through post-processing. You have to have a soundbite already recorded in order to put post-processing reverse reverb on it. You cannot do it in real time because it is physically impossible to add reverb to a sound that hasn't happened yet, which is basically what you would be trying to do if you were trying to add reverse reverb to a real-time sound. Since it does build up to the source sound, you would have to have some kind of processing real time that would be able to predict exactly what source sound was going to be made in order for it to build up to it, which just obviously isn't possible. So reverse reverb, it's a popular horror sound effect that is often used in horror movies to represent paranormal things, spooky things, and then the fact that it is not possible in real time makes sound bites like this a little bit intriguing. There are three main possibilities that could be at play here. Possibility number one is that the spirits just happen to naturally come pre-installed with reverse reverb, and it's super convenient that they just happen to sound exactly like they do in horror movies. That's crazy that they decided to sound exactly like that. Option number two is that I guess something in his box just adds reverse reverb to sounds. It doesn't add it to all the sounds, but every now and then it just decides, you know what, this spot right here, I'm gonna add a little bit of reverse reverb. I gotta hold off on playing the actual source because we gotta process that before it comes through. All right, we processed it, now we can add the reverse reverb. So it's taking the sound bites and just kind of randomly adding weird effects to some of them, because not all of the voices have reverse reverb. Not even all of Michael Jackson's clips have reverse reverb on them.
Do you have any messages for me?
And the third and final option, which is kind of the Occam's razor option, the simplest solution to this problem, is that it's just the post-process audio that he's playing through his box and making it out to sound as though it is the spirit of Michael Jackson communicating with us. If that were the case, then obviously all of these little edits and snippets would make sense because, like I said, he's using effects that are not possible to create in real time. And that's kind of what my going theory would be if I were game theorying this little boy, because it doesn't really make sense what he's saying. He adds clips of celebrities and they are able to take that and form it into sentences, and sometimes it just happens to have reverb or reverse reverb on it, and then sometimes other voices just happen to come through and interrupt things, and they're using completely different sound clips and they sound completely different from the celebrity clips. I'm not gonna say this man's a faker because I don't want to get sued, so I'm gonna say this man is a YouTuber and he does spirit box sessions, and the validity of those spirit box sessions, it's up in the air. You decide. Hopefully this was enjoyable. If not, whoops, sorry, wasted your time. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one, my pimps.